Candy, people has tried to tell you, but you don't want to listen. The reason why you're so disliked is because of how you treat people. How you treated that little 90-something-year-old man that was sitting, not even in the bench that you like to claim, 3 or 4 benches down from you. You cussed him out and put him on camera till he left. How you let the little kitten drown. How everywhere you go, you try to tell people they don't have the right to sit there, but yet this morning, you didn't like it when it was done to you. You say that people show fake AI videos. No, that's not true. Maybe some has made some, but you can tell the difference. Your videos are the ones that's being shown. What is your excuse for the last 8 years? You say you can't do this and you can't do that. What has been your excuse for the last 8 years? You were in and out of jail for 5 minutes. Then you come on social media and you blast these men, right, wrong, or indifferent. You don't come on and do a video blasting them, especially like you did that public offender, calling his children, his wife, him, horrific names, and then reading his tag number out loud. You lie and say you've got Tourette's. Everyone knows you don't. You lie and say you're disabled. Everyone knows you don't, that you're not. You lie and say that you're banned from shelters. You're not. You get way more money than you always claim, which the money you get is your business. What you do with it is your business, but don't come on and lie to everyone and say you only got $100 and then slip up and say you got $3 and then say they made you tell the truth. It's the things you do. It's how you act. You act so entitled and arrogant, like you boss everyone. You try to tell everyone what they can and cannot do. You're just a mean person, and you make excuses for everything. If anyone asks you a question, tries to give you some advice, anything that could remotely help you out of your situation, you call them a sex trafficker and you block them. You want everyone to think it's this small group of people that has sold their souls. No, it's a bunch of people, regular, everyday people, that's trying to warn other people about you. You talk about people that's had GoFundMes. Yeah, probably, but they haven't been on social media for 8 years begging and getting money almost around the clock. Once you go back and add up all of the donations that you've gotten, and you could have hired attorneys 20 times over. The last 3 months out of 8, 9, 10, 11 years is the slowest it's ever been with you getting money, because times are hard and people sick of it. But you'll sit there and say, I hardly get any help. Who has fed you every single day after you got your check? After 2 days after you got your check, your government check, you always run out. Who feeds you 3 and 4 times a day for the rest of the month? Everybody else does. So you get help every single day. It's just not the help you want. Then you're so ungrateful and entitled, you say, well, I'm not going to eat that fast food. Well, then go and buy it yourself. People try to tell you, Candy, you just don't want to listen. That's your biggest thing. You blame every aspect. I'm surprised you don't blame your breathing on other people. You blame everything on everybody else, and you never want to take responsibility for nothing, ever. Quit coming on here and saying they made me have a Tourette's outburst. You do not have Tourette's. You have, I'm an angry, entitled, arrogant human being. So that's what you've got. But until you do those things, it's never going to change for you, ever. When you lived in those apartments, had you just left people alone, you'd probably still be there. If you wouldn't have quit your job at Piccadilly's 3 years ago, you could have still been there. Here we go. Here we go. Yes, after. Candy, yeah, cold weather's coming your way. You're probably going to have to go to the shelter. And before you sit there and say that your AdSense check, like I said, what you do with your money is your business, but you had enough to pay double on 2 of your bills, plus get a hotel, plus feed yourself. You're making more money and bringing in more money than you want everyone to know. You've always been that way.